Key number 4, I don't want to, you're probably going, oh, I'm tired of that. Key number 4 is we've got to keep learning. You're fixing to wrap up an awful lot of hard work, right? All these years you've been in school and you're about to wrap up some hard work. And I'm going to tell you this, moving forward, to compete, to differentiate, we've got to keep learning. All right, do me a favor, give me another test. Put your hands together like this for me. All right, put your hands together. Now look down. How many have your left thumbs on top? Raise your hands. Left thumbs on top. All right, that's the gifted group. How many of your right thumbs on top? Raise your hand. That's the challenge group. How many have no idea which thumb's on top right now? That's a group that stayed out a little bit too late last night. All right, now, got your hands together, undo them and put them back the other way. All right? How's that feel, by the way? It feels bad, doesn't it? You can stop. I don't want you to be too uncomfortable, all right? You can stand here going, Now, I'm going to suggest to you that's a pretty minor change. Would you agree? That's not downsizing, re-engineering, physics test, or anything like that. That's a pretty minor change. Tommy Hopkins, who I think was the best speaker I ever heard, said this: the price of progress is the pain of change. The price of progress is the pain of change. Whereas every step that we move forward in life is a byproduct of us learning a new idea, a new strategy, a new tactic, a new way of doing things. And it's uncomfortable, and sometimes it might even be downright painful. The best of the best never stop doing what you've been doing now for most of your life. They constantly get better, they constantly grow, they're constantly learning. In fact, one of the things I'd be asking potential employers as you get out there and do the interviewing process is, what kind of investment are you going to make in my ongoing growth? And I want to work for a company that's going to invest in my growth if I'm where you're at right now. I want to know that they're going to teach me and continue to train me so that I can continue to get better. But here I'm here to tell you, it's not their job. It's our job. Right? We have to become what I would call committed lifetime learners. And what I would tell you is right now is the easiest time on the planet to learn. Never been a better time. If you want to check when we get through, I think I have about 60 different podcasts on this particular iPhone right now, not individual podcasts, different people with podcasts. I've got probably 30 or 40 webinars I've downloaded on here. I listened to a bunch of them on the way up this morning, right? Listen to music on the way home, learning on the way up, right? Listen when I learn whenever my mind's awake, and listen to music when it's not, right? They're all free. I didn't pay a dime for each one of them. They were all free downloads off of iTunes and places like that. I'm going to give you another resource here. Okay, when you get through, go to alltop.com, ALLTOP.com. Guy Kawasaki, who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and a number of other books, brilliant guy, put together a clearinghouse for the finest podcasts on the planet. You can't put your podcast on Kawasaki's website unless it is quality material. There's amazing stuff on there. Every subject matter you can imagine is on there. I have all kinds of business blogs that I subscribe to, podcasts that I listen to. My wife and I do a lot of marriage work, so we listen to a lot of marriage stuff. Probably shouldn't mention that one. If you think that one was bad, I play a lot of poker, and I subscribe to about 4 or 5 poker blogs, right? There's all kinds of great different, whatever it is that you want to learn, it's there, and it's free. And how many have an iPod, iPhone, and, something like that? Right? Most everybody does nowadays. You got to have one of those, right? And by the way, if your mom and dad don't have one, plug them into one, right? Plug them into one with a bunch of podcasts and everything. Get them going in the same direction too. But the best of the best never stop getting better, never stop learning, never stop growing. The tendency when we get to this point in time is to say, gosh, I'm really tired. I don't really want to do that anymore. Don't let us stop here. Don't let us stop here. Keep learning.